Yo, welcome back to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, before getting into this video, I do just want to point out a couple things. Firstly, as always guys, I don't need to remind you every single week, but I'm going to because we need to. Please be sure to support the release of the official My Hero Academia manga chapters that releases every Sunday at around 5 PM UK time and around early noon if you live in the United States. Guys, if you read it on Manga Plus or Viz Media, it doesn't matter which one, but that directly supports the author Koi Horikoshi over in Japan and directly allows My Hero Academia to continue running for multiple years to come. So as always guys, be sure to support the official release. Even if you've already read the fan translations that come out tomorrow, just be sure to just read the Manga Plus version as well. It also ranks mangas in the top 10 quality, so My Hero Academia is up there alongside Black Clover and obviously One Piece, and another upcoming one is Mashle and Chainsaw Man quickly rising the ranks. With that being said, I do also want to point out this. With the release of My Hero Academia Chapter 282 spoilers leaks, Aizawa, Boku no Hero Academia 282, and Bakugo were all trending this morning. The spoilers are actually insane, and I'm super sorry for being late with it. But guys, as always, this video contains spoilers for the next upcoming My Hero Academia manga chapter. If you don't want any spoilers, please do leave the video now, because this chapter is pretty insane. Though I'm not entirely too sure why Bakugo was trending in California. From what I've seen, the spoilers, I mean, Bakugo doesn't even appear in the spoilers. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, My Hero Academia Chapter 282, spoilers. And as always, read it over at readmha.com. Alright, yo! The chapter starts with Deku still holding down Shigaraki with Black Whip, as Deku thinks, can they even win in a situation like this? It seems we actually go back in time a couple seconds, which is still kind of weird. With Shigaraki yelling about the bullet, he then suddenly fires it and towards Aizawa. Now, obviously, this is terrible. The second Aizawa loses his powers, everyone is literally dead. And it's interesting because, remember last chapter, it ended with Shigaraki firing the bullet, so it does seem like this chapter we go back in time, which is pretty interesting. But anyway, spoilers then show Deku activating 100% full COWL, apparently using Black Whip to support his arms so they do not break. He then smashes Shigaraki. This looks like Deku did tons of damage, but Shigaraki looks almost unfazed as he then bites Deku in the arm, which is kind of hilarious. Like, Deku just launched 100% of his power, and Shigaraki was almost fucked up, but then he gets back up and straight up bites Deku in the arm. Now, I do want to point out, if Deku was already at 100% of his power, I feel like a couple of these punches would have killed Shigaraki here. Maybe. I'm not entirely too sure how strong Shigaraki has gotten, especially ever since he's been modified and all that. We then cut to Aizawa, who actually gets hit by the bullet, realizing this is imminent death for everyone, including Eri, who is far away. Aizawa chops off his own leg. This seems to stop the flow of the toxin, and man, Aizawa is such a goat. This is probably what made Aizawa trend on Twitter today. Like you really gotta think about it. Imagine cutting off your own leg. Like, you have to rip through tissue, muscle, veins, bone. Jesus, fuck. I don't even want to think about it. And like, in a second's hesitation, and you're doing it for nothing. Because that bullet would have hit him in the leg. It would have instantly went into the bloodstream. So you have a matter of literal seconds to chop through your own blood, tissue, muscle, veins, to even have that thought process of doing it. And if it's a second too late, I mean, it's already too late, it's in your veins anyway, so you're going to lose your cork. Everyone is going to die. So you really got to give it to Aizawa here. Like, without hesitation, almost. He straight up knew exactly what he needs to do in this situation, and he straight up chops off his own leg. And that, I gotta give Aizawa credit here, because what the fuck? But suddenly, Shigaraki sends Deku flying. I can't really tell what's happening here, but he sends Deku flying, launches himself at Aizawa, ready to kill him, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? Shigaraki yells at Aizawa, point blank, that apparently the translation says Shigaraki yells at Aizawa, game over, and this is obviously referring to everybody, and he starts squeezing Aizawa's face really hard. There definitely seems to be some scarring after this arc, and it looks like Aizawa is bleeding from the face, but his eyes are still open, because the second Aizawa's eyes close, it is fucking over for everybody. But then suddenly out of nowhere arrives Todoroki, launching Shigaraki away with an Ice Blast attack, which I'm just like, yo, what? It looks like Shigaraki actually does get a moment's flashback this chapter to when he first activated the signal quirk. He did notice a strange light heading towards him. Apparently it's now revealed that light is Todoroki, but honestly this is kind of plot device. I don't know. Kind of feels like plot device to me. But anyway, luckily it looks like Aizawa will survive this fight. Elsewhere though, we're shown on the TV that the heroes are ordering evacuation through the affected areas. Civilians are panicking, and it looks like Gigantomachina is still up and running, destroying the town as yet. It's the Shigaraki, which is kind of weird. I'm not entirely too sure then what the fuck was the whole point of the whole mirror chapter if Gigantomachina is still active. Kind of weird to me, kind of sus. But I mean, you know, hey ho. The chapter actually ends with the civilians with Gigantomachina in the background, so it appears, for fuck's sakes, once again, we're going to be cutting away from the Shigaraki fight. What is this now, the 5th time this arc? Personally, for me, it's getting very annoying. But I mean, hey, I guess we're gonna develop the other characters, since every other character is vaguely underdeveloped. Honestly, this fight to me is kind of dragging now. But it looks like it's coming to its short conclusion. I still don't know how this arc is going to end. Like, none of these spoilers each week I'm waiting for. I'm like waiting for how is this arc going to end, because like obviously this is one way the arc could have ended. Aizawa would have died, everyone would have been forced to retreat, but nope. Aizawa cuts off his own leg, which is pretty fucking manly. Gotta give it to the absolute fucking GOAT himself. But I'm really questioning, where are we going with this arc? Like, obviously, the second Aizawa gets out of range, it's over. Like, Shigaraki is literally going to kill everybody. So, and he's still hunting Deku now that he knows Deku is one for all. So the real question is here, how does this arc end? And a possible ending could be Gigantomachina arrives, he then passes out due to the potion. Shigaraki then realizes his allies are in danger, and he pulls out what, I mean, I don't know, I don't see it, I don't really see it, I don't understand what's going on. I'm just not entirely too sure how this arc ends. Because obviously if Shigaraki survives, he'll literally just destroy the world. So how does this arc end, is my question for you. And I'm interested to see what the real chapter is tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow for the fan translations, or on Saturday. I'm not entirely too sure when I will review the My Hero Academia chapter. With that being said, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Jim, as always. Peace.